Ciao bella mia! Today I'm making your favorite roasted red pepper dip. Do you remember this dip when we had it in Spain at that Italian restaurant? That dip was the thing we looked forward to eating. Well, I'm going to make it today. And I want you to learn how to make this because I know it's your favorite. So let's look at what I have, okay? So you're supposed to use Marcona almonds or the Valencia almonds, but I couldn't find those, so I'm using slivered almonds, and you want the raw kind of almond. You don't want roasted almonds. It'll take away from the flavor. Then I have 2 roasted red peppers here. Now you can do it yourself on the stove like I do, or you can just buy them in a jar. It's fine. Then over here we have cilantro. I love cilantro. Now, if you're gonna ask me about how much, let me talk about that. I put about 1.5 cups of slivered almonds, the 2 roasted red peppers, and I think we have about 1/4 cup of cilantro here, okay? I have 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, mind you, you can use fresh garlic, but just don't use too much because it overpowers the flavor. And I used 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Now, let's try to put this together and see how it comes out. The first thing I'm going to do is, you know, these products are 30 years old, but they still work, so I'm using them. I'm going to put in these slivered almonds, okay? That's the first thing I'm going to do. Put those in. Then I'd like to put in 1/2 of the salt, 1/2 of the garlic powder in, 1/2 of the cilantro, and then I'm going to put 1 roasted red pepper, and then do that again. Put the rest of the salt, put the rest of the garlic powder, put the remainder cilantro, and then I will put the other roasted red pepper and the juices that get left behind. Now, what's interesting to know about this recipe is that it's not an exact science, and you're just going to have to work the mixer in here until it becomes this paste, and you'll see. Now, I know if it's ready just by the way it looks. I know that doesn't help you much, but at least you know what it's supposed to look like. Let's try it out and see how this works, okay? Get stuck sometimes. This is actually looking good. I'm gonna have to tap this out. If I had a better food processor, it may have worked out better in that, but I kind of like controlling the consistency, right? That doesn't sound really good when it comes out. It sounds really disgusting, but I promise you it's so good. All right, now that's what I love about these things. You can actually work it. Put that aside. Now, here's the true test. We're gonna have to try this out. Put it on the fork. Oops. Oops. I could smell the flavors and taste them, and it brings me back to that oceanside restaurant in Spain where we sat down, had this on some crostini. Look at that. You know. So good. I wish you were here to have some because it's amazing. And there you have it. You have your roasted red pepper dip. And what's nice about this too is that if you have friends who are vegan, can eat it, no problem. Vegetarian, vegan, there is nothing in this that they cannot eat. So I hope you enjoy. I know you're gonna make this often for your friends. And I love you, bella mia. Enjoy the roasted red pepper dip. Ci vediamo. Alla prossima. Ciao, ciao.